All right. The gang is here early. The best gang around, man. The best gang around. The 161 River Ave Mafia. What do we got here? Sean Browning. Billy's in the house. Greg, in God's love embrace you. Mike Rotunda's in the house. Sheep that hears. Yeah, believe me. I think a lot of us are mad. Yudel, Mazel Tov, my friend. Yeah, exactly. They need 4 wins in a row, potentially after this one, and they can't even get back-to-back hits. Was it 1 hit today? 1 hit. Unbelievable. Yeah, Greg, I would not have played Donaldson personally. I would have sat him, put IKF in third. I would have put Oswald Peraza at shortstop, and I would have sat Carpenter. As much as I like him, I'd be having Oswaldo Cabrera in left field. So, the Yankees the Yankees have some serious work they need to do this offseason. You know, and it doesn't hurt. I mean, it doesn't help the fact that our 2 best contact hitters, Benintendi and DJ, are out. So that doesn't help. It creates problems for a very flawed lineup. You know, I mean, they scored 2 runs the first 2 games, 1 hit in this game. So, you know, this offense definitely needs to do better. And I'll just say this now. People might not like it, but all that money that Judge was accumulating during the season to make a bigger contract, he's costing himself millions right now in the playoffs. Millions, tens of millions probably. So he probably gained more than 100 million, 150 million in the offseason. I mean, during the season, he probably caught himself $30, $40 million already this postseason. Cost himself big time. Billy Branch, great question. I don't know why they're in the lineup, to be honest with you. I mean, a lot of these guys are shit in the bed. You know what I mean? Would you have taken Cole out? Yeah, I mean, you know, I didn't expect Trevino to have a bad outing either. And Cole was dealing when he got in trouble in the 5th and in the 6th, excuse me, and loaded up the bases. I didn't expect Trevino to freaking, you know, give up all those hits and all those runs and everybody that was on. So, walked them. All right, we got 2 guys on here. Yankees rallying a little bit in the bottom of the 8th here, but let's see. We'll make some noise if the Yankees score some freaking runs here. Yeah, the sheet that here is hopefully so, man. I really hope, because this is rough, man. This one's rough. All right, looks like another Astro pitcher's coming out. There's another pitcher coming out. Yes. No. Pitching coach. Okay. And went 320. Personally, Mike, I think the Yankees are going to hold the line at 7 years, but they're going to get up to $40 million per. And based on this performance, and he hasn't really done much on any of the other postseasons, I wouldn't go beyond that. I was considering going more, but I wouldn't go beyond that now. It's going to cost more, I think, but if I'm the Yankee GM, I hold the line at 7 years and 40 per, which is $280 million. But he's going to get more somewhere else. So, and then that's, you know, with that philosophy, I think he's going to walk at this point. So, I think he'll walk. Herman, I don't know. I mean, he's warming up in the bullpen. They haven't used him all postseason. What the hell's going on? Why haven't they used him? All right, Trevino's up with 2 guys on here. Hunter Brown is pitching. 0-1 to Jose Trevino. Jonathan, I don't know if he's tradable or not, Joshua. I don't know. I mean, if the Mets can eat Cano's contract and just not, you know, the Yankees can eat Donaldson's contract. Like, you know, and that's just a fact, man, like mathematically speaking. And I have to agree, being honest too, Judge is not bringing us a World Series, okay? And he shouldn't be expected to either. I mean, he hasn't done anything this postseason. Neither has Trevino, neither has Donaldson, neither has freaking Gleyber Torres. Like Carpenter, pop up. Shit. Pop up for Trevino. Tag up at least from second to third. My God. All right. The runner, Donaldson tagged up and made it to third. So, Judge wants to leave. I believe it'd be good. Yeah, Billy, I agree. I don't have any issue letting him walk now. You know, he was building up some serious value, but I think the right move would be letting him walk and spreading that money elsewhere. I really do. So I really, really do. I hate saying it, but that's just the way I feel now. Yeah. If the Mets can eat Cano, why can't things? Yeah, exactly, Gerald. I mean, the Yankees don't like to eat money. I mean, if Donaldson had any kind of trade value, like probably get somebody. But I mean, you'd have to give up a decent prospect and eat most of the money anyway. So I think that's what they're going to try to do. Probably try to trade him and save a few $1 million. But what the hell's what's just no. Judge has struck out 30 times in the postseason. What the fuck? 30 times, Des? Jesus. Yeah, IKF has been sitting Coffee Cat. I don't understand that. I would be our number 2 hitter with runners in scoring position, and the second best contact hitter in terms of contact rate in all of baseball this year. All of baseball, he's ranked number 2. That just means he puts the ball in play. Whether he gets out or gets a hit or whatever, he puts the ball in play. And there's so many guys who don't do that. 2-0 to Rizzo. Be nice when to load the bases and fucking get a damn grand slam. That'd be kind of cool. The Yankees will be back in play. Have some fucking energy here. My gosh. Trade for a few top prospects and never bring them up. Yeah, unfortunately, that's true way too often, Taser. It's a great point. It really is a great point. 2-1 to Rizzo. Yeah, I mean, if I'm the Yankees, I would be bold and DFA Donaldson if I can't trade him, and one protest, a prospect from DR, Jason Dominguez, normally center field. Yeah, I think he's a year away at least. Dominguez. I think 2024 will be a year to. It's providing he keeps developing. Hard swing 2-2 to Rizzo. I think they'll probably take a hard look at Corrales because he's a good contact hitter. And there's going to be a lot of. I mean, don't be surprised if they get Dansby Swanson or something like that either. He's going to be cheap compared to these other guys. Trey Turner is going to be over $300 million. I avoid him. I think he's going to go between the Cubs and the Phillies. Xander Bogaerts, I probably avoid him. And Correa, they might give him a hard look. They might. They really might. But I don't know. I have Stanton in left field tomorrow. Praz in short. IKF at DH. Stanton does seem to hit better from the field. Sick Cabrera. I mean, yeah, it's not a bad idea either. Stanton Donaldson over $50 million. How can any team be successful with that? Well, at least Stanton's productive. Yeah. At least he's productive. I mean, people have a problem paying Stanton $22 million a year, but I have no problem paying Judge $40 million a year with his postseason performance. To me, that's a little. I don't agree with it, but I'm not going to, attack somebody else's opinion. Liner, a hard liner. Second, almost doubled them up. Still runners on first and third at 2 outs. Yeah, Herman should have been pitching, man. Should have been pitching. The series vindicates the Astros. Yeah, well, it looks like they're doing it clean. And I like Dusty Baker. I mean, he's a good dude. He's a good manager, man. He's taking a pitcher out, bringing in Rafael Montero. Rafael Montero's coming in. Major shake have been left. There has to be, Jonathan, right? There has to be. And this guy coming in right now, let me tell you something. Rafael Montero, he's going to be a free agent this offseason. And he's 32 years old, but he's put it together this year with the Astros. This guy could be a much more affordable version. Instead of going after Edwin Diaz, like one way or another, I think the Yankees need to bring in a big reliever, right? And whether it's Edwin Diaz in free agency or trading for guys like David Bednar from the Pirates or Gregory Soto from the Tigers or something like that, if they can, Rafael Montero is legit, okay? And pull up his stats just so you know. I mean, this guy averages 96 miles an hour for his fastball. Okay, which is fantastic. I mean, again, let's see. Rafael Montero. Yeah, I was looking at this early, and I was going kind of working on my MLB free agent predictions, right? But he's 1-0 with 2.25 ERA in the postseason. This season, 5-2 with a 2.37 ERA. Okay, 68 innings pitched, 73 strikeouts, a 193 batting average against for hitters. So he'll be a good. I mean, again, we lost Scotty Frost to Tommy John. I don't want to rush at least Michael King back, and doesn't. I mean, Chapman's gone. Most likely Britton's gone. Most likely Miguel Castro's gone too in free agency. So getting a guy like that and taking him away from the Astros, I think, will be the right move, and it can get him in half the price of an Edwin Diaz. Half the price. And Edwin Diaz, as studly as he's been, he has control problems. So, you know what I mean? Live and die. I see him. That's not sarcastic, Billy. I think that's true. I think it's true. It's too much of this live and die by the home run, which is why I have no problem letting, if Judge walks, I'm calling Benintendi's agent. He's one of the better contact hitters around from the left-handed side too. And he will cost, let's say you get him for 5 years, $100 million. That's like a third of what Judge is going to cost, or less than that. So I would be all over Benintendi trying to bring him back. You know what I mean? So we'll watch this guy, Rafael Montero. He will be a free agent. I was looking that up today, and as part of my free agent work that I'm doing right now. So Cashman needs to be held accountable too, James, but so do the players. Okay. Now they're playing the shift on Judge. What's Judge got? 3 strikeouts today? This guy's going up there with Carpenter. Carpenter's 0 for 10 with 9 strikeouts. Yeah. Come on, Judge. Do something here, bro. Let's see what we got. Foul ball. Hard hit. Hard swing. Montero was on the Mets. He can't take New York pressure. Rafael Montero? New York Mets. 5-11 with a 5.50. Did they start him? Looks like they tried him as a starter, and he was converted to a reliever. That could be the reason why. Ground ball to Judge. Out. Cheap ground ball to third base. This is the guy that so many people say give him a blank check. Judge grounded out, Dennis. He grounded out to third. Manga, I wouldn't cut IKF. He's got a year of arbitration left. So he's been more productive than these guys in the postseason. More productive than Donaldson, more productive than Judge, more productive than Torres. Like, I wouldn't cut him. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. This is why, I think Rafael Montero, looking back at Montero's stats, looks like they tried him as a starter and it didn't work. But since he's been converted to reliever, he's been pretty damn dominant. So, and add to them. But again, if they can get Gregory Soto from Tigers or David Bednar from the Pirates, I'd be okay with that. NFE, what's happening, man? So, swept, I don't know. We'll see, Clint. It's not over yet, so. Not over yet. Frustration's there, but I'm not giving up on them just yet. So, I go until the end, man. Going to the end. I ride or die with them. I don't fair weather fan the Yankees, man. Yeah. By the way, anybody hasn't smashed that like button, please do so. One way or another, we're just celebrating time together and venting our frustrations on our team. So, and rightfully so. So, yeah, exactly, Gerald. This is a great point too. Mike Schilt from the Cardinals got the Cardinals to the playoffs by ignoring analytics, and then got fired for ignoring analytics. Like, there's way too much reliance on analytics on this team. I mean, just honestly, Aiden, they can get Edwin Diaz, they can get Carlos Rodon and Andrew Benintendi, and it's still going to cost less than Judge will cost by himself. All three of them they could get. All three of them. He brought up some. Oswaldo, he's a rookie, Dennis, so he's, he took that walk, but he still has some growth and development to do. So, and better teams and better pitchers expose that. So he's got to, those are the types of adjustments that you make in the offseason and try to get to the next level. So I like his ability. I like Oswald Peraza's ability too. But again, they're what do you call it? They're rookies. They're rookies. So, James Laverde. Well, they weren't going to give up Volpe and Peraza and what do you call it? Dominguez for Luis Castillo. That was never going to happen. Never going to happen. So, the Mariners gave a ransom for him. They extended him like they needed to do for 6 years. So they gave him a 6-year extension too. So, and the Herman's in now. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, he won't be backstage. Yeah. Other than the Judge run the 62 home runs, the Yankees have been. Yeah, it's hard to challenge that in your baseball guys. It's very hard to disagree with that, Kind of want to be in a losing team. Well, they're not a losing team, Seth. So, they made it to the ALCS. Losing team is a team with a losing record. But he won't be back if we win this game either, Joe. I don't think he's coming back at all, period. Win or not. I don't think he's coming back. I've said it. People don't like it, but I've said it for a while now. Meredith Marakovitz and Lauren Shahadi, they could probably hit the ball better than these guys too. Yeah. They're not a losing team, Seth. Losing teams don't go to the ALCS. Do you remember all those experts and geniuses, projected them as a third or fourth place team at best in the offseason before the season started? They exceeded expectations. So, but again, I understand the sentiment that if they don't make it to the World Series or win the World Series, it's a failure. But this is not the same team as before. So there's still things that need to be done better. I said that too, Gerald. Yeah, Judge is taking the highest offer no matter where it's from. Cincinnati, he's going to Cincinnati. Colorado, he's going to the Rockies. Highest offer. You know what I mean? No. Definitely a new culture. No doubt about it. Trip and Sim, no doubt about it. My question, Billy, is analytics telling them to live and die by the home run because of the way that they've constructed this roster? That's my $1 million question. I'm thinking they are. So, which leads me to believe they might need to get a different analytics team. Overmanaged. Yeah, Cole it was 2-0. Second hand, and then Cole put some guys on base, and Trevino came in and gave up hits and put everybody on base. Scored. So Cole had 3 earned runs to his docket today, and Trevino blew it. Everybody that was on base, he let score. So, yeah. James, I think the lineup is being exposed for their flaws. They're being beat by superior pitching, which I'm not surprised. Superior pitching generally beats great hitting. So they're being, in my opinion, exposed for having a lack of contact hitters. And that's also partly because of injuries too, because DJ and Benintendi were their best contact hitters. Neither one of them is here. But the reliance on the home run too much, I think, is hurting them a lot. And, lack of timely hitting. And they don't play small ball as much as they should, which goes back to the reliance on the home run thing. So, yeah. So that's my take on that game. I mean, Correa, he's going to cost a lot of money, but you never know. You never know. And there's going to be some people calling for them to sign a big shortstop and whatnot. But then, if that happens, what happens when Volpe comes up? And some of these other guys. They've got a bunch of other dudes too. Trey Sweeney, I've got Alexander Vargas, like a lot of infield prospects that are on the accelerated road, the path towards upward. So that's my bigger curiosity is what happens then. Jugs exceeded expectations in the regular season. He shit the bed in the postseason, unfortunately. So, and the postseason matters the most. Mark, yeah, I think Cole would have minimized the damage myself too. They took him out, and Trevino blew the whole thing. So, yeah, I think Volpe will put himself in a position to compete for a spot on the roster out of the spring. So, Hal is definitely part of the culture. Yeah, I don't care for him. I don't care for Randy Levine either. I don't care for either one of them. No. Adding that statement from, I would have Mark Cuban up in here, man. If they sign Correa, they're not signing Judge, Manga, Mall. They won't sign both. They can, but they won't. Deserve to lose. They could. Yeah, well, yeah, they definitely deserve to lose. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. You're 100% right there. By the way, smash that like button if you haven't done so yet. I thank you. We always want to get them over 100. So just, not only help the channel, but celebrate being together here so we can all, again, vent our anger and frustration. Greg Weissert is in the bullpen warming up. Let Trevino. I don't know about letting Trevino go. He's got that was his one bad outing, and his first bad outing in quite a while. And he's got 2 more years before he's a free agent of arbitration, a controllable bullpen year. So I'm not sure about that. At least I wouldn't. Imagine if Judge goes to the Padres while the lineup would be. Yeah. If he goes to the Padres, and there's a couple of teams that he can go to. So several. And he's going to get some big contract offers. Yeah. What else we got here? Astros let Correa go. Look how good. Yeah, and they had that guy waiting in the wings. So, hopefully some of these guys will be our new, Bregman and Altuve and Jordan Alvarez and Pena, all the guys that we have coming up. But if I'm them too, you got to start drafting a pitcher in the first round. They haven't drafted a starter in the first round since Clark Schmidt. And before that, since Andrew Brackman, I think the last guy that they did that. So they needed to draft up high in the first or 2 rounds some pitchers, man. That's their, least amount of prospect capital in this franchise. But yeah, New York baseball. Pena's good. It's a good player. Struck out Altuve. Bring back small ball 100%. 270. Torture. We'll see. It might be. It might not be. Been attending the show. Yes, they were up chicken parm. Definitely, man. I miss those guys. And Boone's final game will be tomorrow. Your thoughts? I'm not sure if it'll be Boone's final game. It might be Cashman's. Cashman's contract is up. I don't know who they would replace him with. Is my biggest curiosity. That's my biggest curiosity. Herman. He has 2 runners on. And boom. Cashman, his contract's up, so we'll see if they re-up him. He's also a very highly paid GM, so it's kind of hard to walk away from that money. Yeah, only if Harper. Oh, well. James Caprillion, that's right, in 2015, was now at the Oakland A's. That is right, Jonathan. Good one. I'm not sure if Jeter will become a GM unless they give him part of the franchise. Just like the Marlins did. No. Let Judge walk, release Donaldson, Hicks, trade Gleyber. I'm sure they can get some pitching for Gleyber Torres. Run caught by Judge. Okay, 2 outs. With Kim Meng, I'm not sure. She's the GM over in Florida, so I'm not sure she'll leave. And she's definitely she was Cashman's protege here in New York before she moved over to Miami to take over the whole thing. She was his assistant GM. Find a suitable. Well, exactly, and Mattingly would be a great bit. I still think there's unfinished business with Mattingly. I think I'd like for him to win a World Series with the Yankees at some point. So, he just deserves it. He missed it by 1 year as a player. That broke my heart. So, well, this is true, Billy. Exactly. You're not here to win games in April. You're here to win them in October. Okay, there it is. There it is. He's 100% right. Jordan Alvarez, ground ball, foul ball, 1-1 to Alvarez. How about getting legit manager and GM from who? Udall? Who? I mean, Boone hasn't won any World Series yet, but he's the only manager in baseball history to lead a team to the playoffs his first 5 years as a manager. So that is legit, in my opinion. And again, all those years, the Yankees have not been the highest payroll, have had multiple injuries, there's so many people, and you know it too, when people are on this thread, on the live streams and whatnot, people are angry about moves that the Yankees do not make just as much as they are as the ones that they do make. So, they don't make unlimited moves like the Dodgers and Padres and some of these other teams do. So Boone is just working with a flawed lineup. Or a flawed roster. And it's hard. Like, if Benintendi and DJ were here, right? Fly ball, the Judge. All right, we're going to the bottom of the ninth. If Benintendi and DJ were here, I would lead off Benintendi, DJ second. And then you have like, It would have been Judge third, Rizzo fourth, Stanton fifth. I would have Bader sixth. Like, it would just be lined up accordingly. But we don't have that. We're missing 2 big parts of the lineup. We're missing 2 big parts of the bullpen, at least. So, McCashman's want to put this roster together. And again, the players have not showed up. I mean, just remember, people weren't complaining when these players were playing well first half of the season. There wasn't any of this fire Boone, fire Cashman stuff because they were playing well. Now all of a sudden they're not productive. How is it more Cashman's fault now than it was before? Than it was before when they were playing well. That's the other thing to keep in mind. You know what I mean? And well, exactly, Bill. And what's it good to him? What good is it to hit 62? Let me take them. What good is it to hit 62 home runs if he's not doing anything in the postseason? Like, it's Yeah, I think next year Trevino's probably going to platoon with Ben Wortvet. I see Wortvet up here with the Yankees. And Hank, Yankees are up. Hank is, it's almost as if he, doesn't care at all. We never see the guy, he never speaks. We just don't, it's like an absentee owner. It's ridiculous. And John Mack, well, that's a good point, too. They're playing bad teams. What happened when they played the Stros? They got beat. And, look, the Astros, I think we can all admit, the Astros are just a better team than the Yankees right now, roster-wise. Okay, they still have a lot of guys from that championship nucleus and winners experience, and they've added guys to that, right? They've added Yordan Alvarez, who wasn't part of that tainted championship. They've added a lot of other guys, Framber Valdez. They've added these dudes, and So, you know what I mean? It's ridiculous, man. I've given you many prospects, but you don't like any choices. But Bochy just hired. Bochy was hired by the Texas Rangers. Yep. Yep. Yes, indeed. Judge isn't really doing anything. He's striking out with pitches to hit too, unfortunately. So at this point, I would take Jordan to hit hard. I would. Judge being one postseason. No, yeah, I mean, hasn't been that strong. All right, so we got Mauricio Dubon. All right, we got a guy beat Abreu. Abreu's in the bullpen on the mound. I mean, what was that, Stanton? So off-speed pitch was 3 feet off the plate, just swung. Willing to take on Donaldson's contract, and another team able to take Hicks or Britton's contract. Britton's a free agent, so we don't have to worry about him. Hicks, the Yankees are going to have to eat money on both of these contracts, significant money, and give like a decent prospect in return too. The Yankees can just get a fringe freaking diving play for Altuve to rob Stanton of a hit, 1 out. Oh God, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Oh, contracts wise, they're going to have to give up a good prospect and need a bunch of money in order for teams to take Donaldson or Hicks. I think one thing I also have to prove Hicks is healthy again after his knee injury in the last round. So, Torres, I think, is the one that has the most trade value of all these guys. So, I would look to if they think Volpe can handle it, then they'll probably move Torres. But I think Volpe is a factor in them deciding whether to. Like, is this really going to happen? Are we going to move these guys? But he's part of the whole, go after a home run too. Almost every time as well. Like, he was playing more small ball and hitting the ball, pretty well in the first half of the season. Now he's swinging all these high pitches and missing them and just trying to uppercut everything and try to get a home run. It's just they're completely deviating from that small ball and discipline hitting mantra. I don't know what the hell happened. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, exactly, word lifer. He's swinging at shit everywhere. Everywhere. Yeah. Prospects playing are cheap, so let's cut bait and get rid of Donaldson. Yeah, I mean, those guys are on the cheap for at least 6 years. At least. Yeah, I think they're going to try and trade Torres. Well, they've kind of already suggested that, Cashman, that they're going to try and trade all 3 of those guys. Personally, I think they'll be able to trade 1 or 2 of them. They probably have to my left. Like I said, Torres is the most tradable. Donaldson, not much trade value, and Hicks hardly any trade value. So, but if the Yankees fork up a decent prospect, the team will take them. And you give up some money, yeah, sure, they'll take them. Who I don't know, but there's teams out there who probably won't take these guys because they're what they have is better than what those teams currently have on their own roster. So, I could see it happening. But again, you got to give us the top. You got to give us whatever. In order for us to take Donaldson, you got to give us a top prospect to a top 15 prospect or whatever. Then that's where the Yankees really need to put their money where their mouth is and do it or not. You know what I mean? Struck out Torres. 2 outs. 2 outs. The discipline is the hitting discipline. 1 hit, man. 1 freaking hit. 1 damn hit, man. So, Matt Carpenter's up. So, let's see what happens here. They have Lance McCullers on the mound tomorrow against, I think who's on? Oh, Nestor Cortez. What's good, RC? It is a train wreck, bro. It's a train wreck. But yeah, I can't. I don't walk away from my team no matter what. So, this is a gapper. Yeah, a gap. Is a double from Carpenter. A single from Carpenter. Okay. Not every front office position has to be connected to. Well, that's true too, Cart. This is true too. a difference of philosophy, some fresh blood, is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Well, Cart, be cool, man. Let's not start the name calling here. Gotta be only one rule here. We gotta be respectful to each other. May not agree, but let's be respectful to each other, please. Greg, yep, 100%. They can't hit breaking pitches. They're awful at it. Hola. Yeah, 2 outs. Carpenter in the ninth. Harrison Bader's up here. How is Halloween ends? So I'll put it this way: the movie itself, I give like a 5 or a 6. The kills, a 10. It takes you in a little bit of a different direction. Halloween 6. So I don't want to give too much up, but it's worth it. It's worth a watch, especially if you like Michael damaging people. Some of the kills are pretty dope. Yeah, Stanton's a little bit rusty. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, Bader. Ooh, that was right down the middle, bro. Right down the middle, homie. It's 1 and 2 to Bader. Yeah, their body language is not good. There's no doubt. Who was calling Altuve? My daddy. Yeah. Up the middle for Bader. Runners on first and second. Of course you didn't, Cart, because look at your comments. There's a lot of things they could do to benefit them this offseason. They actually have to do it. They actually have to do it. They have to do it. Yeah, no kidding, Mark. A little mini rally, right? All right, who's up here? Look at that. Dusty with the 2-pick, man. Dude is rocking us. Rocking the 2-pick, man, all the time. There's no doubt about it, Ola. No, they played horrible. They got 3 hits now. 2 of them that happened in the 9th inning. Donaldson's up. Oh, boy. Here we go. Oh, off-speed pitch. I'm talking about the offseason while the series is still going on. No, I mean, as far as the Yankees, we're all perpetual GMs. We're always thinking all year round. So this is a regular thing. It happens on this channel. It happens on other channels as well. So, some are superstitious about it, and that's totally fine. But we're always looking for ways to get better at any point in time of year. So I don't mind that stuff. I really don't mind that stuff. All right, it's 0-1 to Joshy. 0-2, Joshy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Udo Mazel Tov, buddy. Yeah, Mazel Tov. Have a great night, my friend. Hope you're doing well. High strikeout. The ball was almost at his face and he swung at it. 3-0 Astros. 3-0 game advantage. This team looks unbeatable. Houston Astros. They really, really do. And yes, the Yankees have to win 4 in a row now. Insurmountable? No. Improbable? Very. No. We'll see. Yeah, fitting, of course. Hero Ball. I mean, offseason definitely needs contact hitters, some starting pitching, and some relievers. Yep. Well, this is true. This is true, Billy. Next 2 games maybe rained out. Huh? Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. Wait till more evidence come out. What are you talking about, Joe Brown? Still cheat. Oh, you talking about the Astros cheating? Yeah. 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 Game is over. Game is over. Yep. Phillies Astros would be a fun World Series. That'd be a fun World Series. Yankees just forfeit. Nah, they can't do that too, Pyramid. But I know what you're saying. I understand people's frustration, man. It's very justified. And whoever's on here right now, I appreciate you still hanging out with us. Make sure you smash the like button. Let's just enjoy each other's company for a little bit. Christian Vasquez, yeah, it was an ugly game by the Yankees. Absolutely ugly. Yeah, just ridiculous, man. It just goes to show how hard it is to win World Series. So, gap between Montiel and Castillo is so high, I can't believe it. Yeah. Made the summer and fall a little more fun for me. It's my pleasure. I'm gonna be doing it all fall and winter too, so I'm not stopping. We got a lot of stuff, a lot of I have just to give you an idea. I have videos that I'm putting out in my workbook right here, my Yankees book. Right now, I'm doing a 2-video series on Judge, 3 players to target and 3 players to avoid if Judge walks, and then obviously 3 players to target and 3 players to avoid if Judge resigns. Different list. And I've got a whole bunch of other really, really good content coming up. So, and I'll be doing some collaborations with people in terms of, this and that and whatever else. So it's going to be it'll be a fun off season. So it'll keep us entertained. And right after the World Series is over, man, like right after the World Series is over, free agency starts. So, they're going to have to change some leadership at the top and change the philosophy of this whole mechanism, right? This whole machine. So, and I hope we re-sign Benintendi, Rob. Yeah, I do, Sivia. I do. Rodon and Perez. You're talking about Martin Perez, Jose? Because that'd be two good pitchers to get. And Martin Perez and Carlos Rodon would be kind of nice. Yep. Yeah, tomorrow's game 4. Drew. Tomorrow's game 4, Drew. Right now is game 4, Phillies Padres. So, Benny and Nimmo. You know what's crazy? I was talking about Nimmo, but I would take a flyer on Isai on Michael Conforto instead of Nimmo. He'll probably be cheap because he's coming off an injury, but he's healthy now. He was a better hitter than Nimmo and a better overall player. So if you can get him like a 2-year deal with an opt-out after the first year, and if he proves he's healthy, and you get a good year out of him, I would keep an eye on Conforto too. So, all right, man. Rodon, yeah, I've said that for a bit too, Jose. He's absolutely a must. He's a must. Yeah, Billy. It definitely took a hit this postseason. Definitely. No, and he hasn't really been a go-to guy in the postseason for a while. So, Cole, Sevy, Nestor, Rodon, Perez. That would be ridiculous pitching rotation, Jose. Yeah, also Conforto, exactly. No qualifying offer, no draft pick attached. Nimmo's probably going to get a QO. And remember, guys that were traded mid-season are not eligible for qualifying offers, so there's that route too. So, Strohs to just get Cashman and Boone out of here. Yeah, Manga. Who would you replace? Isai, who would you replace him with? Who would you replace Boone with? And Cart. And Cart, yes, it does affect Judge's contract. Yes. We go. Got the porn trolls and dating sites. Yeah, I have to go. Yeah. Boone needs to get fired out, same bring for sure. But yeah. This was an ugly loss. And then, but again, this is the Houston Astros, so 5-0. All right. San Diego's up 4-3 on the Phillies. Game 4. Pipe dream, it would be crazy awesome. Devers, yeah, he's not a free agent until after 2023, so he's got one more year. Devers, but he's going to cost. No, he's going to cost a ton of money. I don't think so, Camilla. He just finished the first year of a 3-year deal, and they exceeded expectations this year. So, Cashman seems to be the bigger question. Because there's been speculation about him potentially retiring and just whatever else. I just don't know who's out there that's a significant upgrade over him or a better fit at this point. Because they definitely need to change the philosophy of this thing. Now it's becoming more of maximizing profits for Hal, and the rest of them is winning. So if they fire Joe, I don't get why Boone hasn't hit the couch. Well, different philosophy, Cart. Different ownership. So partly why, I'm guessing. So we'll see, right? We'll see. We just don't know. Hubris this season was annoying. Well, yeah, exactly, too. You're satisfied just getting to the postseason. You'll end up with this result. The Yankees could have been the top seed. They could have. And, sloppy play and injuries have really doomed them this year. 16 dudes on the IL at the same time. Like, damn, that's a lot. So, A-Rod. Smart baseball mind, but universally, disliked around the game. So, I'm not exactly sure that's going to happen. DM, I don't think you can talk Jeter into managing. He's a very hard person to convince to do things that he despises. Attaboy, Ola. Thank you, brother. Too many of them, right? Too many of them. 94. Yeah, I mean, the Yankees were not hitting off-speed stuff. They were not hitting stuff, just fastballs. They were just, their bats are not good enough. They're not good enough. Yeah. Yankees are hitting 128 with 4 runs and 41 strikeouts. Yeah, that's brutal. Absolutely brutal, RC. I mean, just ugly, bro. Ugly. A-Rod as a manager. I don't think they would do it, though, unfortunately. But you never know. You never know. He knows his stuff, but you never know. All the pack shortstops and things. We'll see. Posada as manager. Somebody said that yesterday. I found it interesting. Jeter as GM. I found that interesting, too. Yeah. Coffee Cats. Judge's contract after took a hit. He's a career $216 in postseason. He's still going to get a big payday, but he'd get a big one. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think his contract increased by over $100 million during the season, but I think it's gone down by probably 30 this offseason. So something like that. And that matters, it matters. And for a team that plans to be in the postseason every year, giving a $400 million to a guy who doesn't show up when they need it, that gives Boone a very strong negotiating point or a talking point. And those are the things he looks for. He drives a hard bargain. Yep. Hope the Padres win. I couldn't stand. They just struck out Schwarber. The Padres are up 4-3 right now. So in the fourth inning or something like that, third inning. Robert, yeah, I don't think it'll happen now, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I hope I'm wrong. I really do. But we'll see, right? We'll see. Now we got 177 people in here. All right, gang. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I mentioned to all of you, but for those that don't know, I have a football channel. So those that like to pivot to football this offseason, I started about a month ago. It's called Empire State Tripod. Talk about the Jets, the Giants, and the Bills. So come take a look at it and join us over there. I'm not going to stop putting out content on this channel either. I've got a lot of stuff coming. a lot of stuff, especially my MLB free agent predictions. That's going to be a roundtable with a couple of big YouTubers, and you're not going to want to miss that one. We're going to go live, so that'll be a live stream so that you folks can participate and join in and give us your insights, your comments, and your predictions too. So that one's going to be pretty dope. So yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, Astros are like a pitching factory. There's really not. There's really no argument there, at least in my opinion. So the Jets are surprisingly good. Yeah, so are the Giants, 5-1, Jets 4-2. Like, I'll take it, baby. I'll take it. Javier Framber, yeah. I mean, we need some guys like that. Running, come on. Aaron Hicks out there next season. I doubt it, Carter. I doubt it. I'd be surprised if they did. I mean, really. Rangers, not yet, Mark. Not yet. Yeah, I don't know enough about hockey to have a channel. I mean, football and baseball are my two things, and I have an entertainment channel and I have a running channel too. But right now, the football one is new, so I definitely want to continue growing that. But this is the #1 channel right here, baby. The baseball, the 161 channel. This is it, baby. Joe Torre wouldn't have accepted this plus more performance. Probably not. Trouble in the clubhouse? I don't know. Somebody said that too. It was trouble in the clubhouse, but I don't know. Mark, yeah, I'm basketball. It's intolerable to me. Football, I like, but Francisco. I'm gonna write down here. Fuego News Central. That's it's on the screen. It's on the screen, Francisco. That's my entertainment channel, Fuego News Central. So I always ask people if they wouldn't mind subscribing, even if they don't plan on watching all the videos. I'm trying to get that up too. And so I want to grow those two channels as much as I can. I want to turn YouTube into a full-time thing, and I need some more monetized channels to do that. So it's greatly appreciated when people subscribe to it. The last bet by Don Swiss, it was terrible. The whole Gleyber Torres, terrible. Like pretty much the whole freaking lineup. Hack the city to keep Judge. I think they're going to let Judge. I think Judge is walking, Oscar. I really do. Yeah, Torrey took grief for batting A-Rod 8th, but it had to be done. Yeah, let's not be silly now with the Donaldson extension. Are the Yankees paying all of Josh's contract? Yes. Right now, yes. They're not paying all of Stanton's, but they're paying all of Josh's. But he only has 1 year left. So, yeah, Sylvia, I think Benintendi would be a wise idea for them. Another contact hitter. One of their better ones. And freaking DJ needs to stay healthy. No. That's what I would do. Just be loading up with some more pitching and some younger players and more athletic players. Bader's been fantastic, so I'm looking forward to having him for a whole season when he's healthy. No. Have a great night, Sylvia. Scoot WBS, man. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the Astros did it in 4, man. I wouldn't be surprised. But I appreciate that, Scoot WBS, man. Thank you for the support, bro. And welcome to the 161. Have a great night, Sylvia. I'm going to wrap it up in a second, too. But, yeah, we're down 3-0. It looks pretty damn bleak right now. But some bright spots to look forward to for next year or so. But, again, I know people don't want to hear that, but I always try to find some kind of silver lining. But the fact is, they're getting their asses kicked by the better team. It's that simple. That simple. Bader. Yeah, that wasn't really Bader. I mean, he was calling off Judge, and Judge didn't move out of the way, and he got in Bader's way, and that ball fell in front of him. So that was a Judge thing. He didn't listen to Bader. So if you watch it again, you see him calling off Judge like a dozen times, and either didn't listen or didn't hear it. But that's more of a Judge thing. DeGrom and Xander. Interesting. Dirk. Interesting. I'll pop up. Okay. Center field ball. Judge is the new era. No, what's it? We need a team. Cole and Judge are not going to be bringing us to the World Series. Yeah, we need more than that, Mind Blue Eyes. You're 100% right about that. 100% right. So I think you'll find the videos I'm putting out moving forward to be pretty interesting because we talk about a lot of soft season stuff and some other things. So, killing Bloom for taking Cole out. Yeah, Dominic. Yeah. I didn't think that was a good move. I think Cole would have gotten out of that better than Trevino would have. But it's in the past now. Nothing we could do. Exactly the same thing with DeGrom. He has a hard time staying healthy. You're going to pay a lot of money for a very short amount of out-of-worldly performance and then IL trips for the rest of the year. So, yeah, I think he's basically falling, slowly just falling to pieces. But it's like a slow death thing kind of thing for DeGrom. So that's why I picked, like a guy like Carlos Rodon a little bit before him and whatnot. So, there's another one too, Cardi. I got an idea to sign players who are not 37 years old. Yeah, no kidding. Judge, I think, should still get the MVP based on what he's done in the regular season, which has no bearing on what happens in the postseason. So, yeah, I still think he needs to be MVP. I have my award predictions coming out. Rookie of the Year, Manager of the Year, MVP, and Cy Young. That'll come out next week too. So, and you let me know what you think about that. Drew, man, appreciate that, bro. Appreciate it. Thank you. The Beta trade was good. Was good. I mean, both teams got what they needed, and that's the bottom line. So, Chris Schmidt, Yankees need to sign Judge and get a number one starting pitcher and probably replace second bases at bullpen depth. Yeah. Yeah. Trade Judge. Yeah, well, you can't trade him now. He's a free agent at the end of the year. Unfortunately. And yeah, I mean, it's just, yeah. Yeah. How many days do you think it takes to get rid of Boone if they get swept? I don't think they're going to get rid of Boone at all, Manga. Cashman's the guy to probably think about. I don't think they're going to get rid of Boone. Boone, I mean, DeGrom does throw like ridiculously hard, yeah. Yeah. And he's just one of these freak animals, man. That throws really, really hard and then he gets hurt after a while. So, which stinks, but it is what it is. But a broken record at these press conferences. Yeah, that's why I don't watch him because he's not there. He's not here to be the professional spokesperson, professional propagandist. He's just here to be the manager. So, and they are in the ALCS. They're just running across a better team. It's like the Mets. People are like, oh, they're going to win the World Series. The Dodgers. They both got beat by the Padres. It just happens in the postseason. It happens. So, and yeah. Not really, Billy Branch. That's for. I mean, there's some speculation about him maybe retiring and blah blah blah, but I don't know. I doubt it. So we'll see. And who would replace him is my question. Chad Green, I think, is done for the year next year as well. While this big as a Tommy John. It is, Mike, 100%. But let me let you guys and gals go. Go enjoy the night. I'm going to go watch the rest of this baseball game. Have a great night. Enjoy yourself. Peace and love to all yous. I'll be here tomorrow to, live stream and recap the game tomorrow. And hopefully they get a win tomorrow and eke something out here. And then you never know, they might get a win on Monday too. So we will see. Curtis Granderson, interesting. Let's see, Rodon and Gregory Soto would be fantastic. So Chapman's a free agent. Who next up? Chapman's a free agent. Dwayne the Spade. So yeah, he won't be back. But have a great night, everybody. Over now.